Ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of story that when I was on the left, I would instantly say, my goodness, they're doing this to atheists. They're doing this to non-believers. What's going on? Now I'm more conservative on a whole lot of things. I am more inclined to side with religious people on a whole bunch of things. And this is really interesting. Court approves banning atheists from reciting opening prayers at state legislatures. So, this is interesting. Atheists, humanists, and other non-theists can be barred from giving opening invocations. But they don't, first of all, they don't believe in God to begin with. Okay, so, look, philosophically, a great part of me is agnostic, but I do believe in God. So atheists, humanists, and other non-theists can be barred from giving opening invocations before the Pennsylvania House and Appeals Court has decided. So it's like, okay. I would read this when I was on the left and when I was a biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. Now, of course, I'm a Trump supporter. I know, it's really horrible. I want a great economy, which is what we have. Much better economy than President Obama. I can go on forever. 3.7%, record low on a 50-year low on unemployment, record low Black and Latino unemployment, signed the First Step Act. We can go on forever. 500,000 manufacturing jobs, 300,000 lost under President Obama. He wants to bring home Americans from counterinsurgency conflicts. The first president to step foot in North Korea. President Obama never did that. Neither did Bush or any other president. By the way, God bless you. Speaking of God, God bless you. If you're in Florida, take care. Be safe. Let's continue. Let's just cut to the chase. Between 2008 and 2016, over 85% of Pennsylvania's House legislative sessions began with a prayer, according to the Third Circuit majority opinion. About 90% of the 265 chaplains who delivered prayer were Christian. A few of the chaplains were Jewish, Muslim, or Sikh. Okay, so there's not an issue with the religion as long as you believe in God. So, even if you're, whatever your feelings are about religion, if you believe in God, they wouldn't mind you, performing the prayer. The issue here is that it's going to be the issue is that they want these humanist prayers, which, okay, if you could be certain that they were honest and it wasn't like, please, ethereal spirits of nature, make sure that Trump doesn't win again with his evil orange aura of hate and Russian collusion. Hold on one second. So, there's really... This is so interesting. So, there's a group of atheists, agnostics, freethinkers, and humanists sued members of Pennsylvania House in 2000. But agnostics believe in God, though. Or they could believe in God. So anyway. As a matter of traditional practice, a petition to human wisdom, oh, give me a break, and the power of science, can I barf right now, does not capture the full sense. Yeah, it's true. And the power of science, it's alive. Okay, because non-theists do not claim the existence of a higher power, they cannot offer religious prayer in the historical sense. That's true. I don't see what the problem is here. Religious traditions such as legislative prayer shouldn't deprive secular and humanist activists of their dignity. No one's depriving you of your dignity. And shouldn't be used to impose bigoted standards of faith on everyone. Okay, yeah, right. It's not an imposition. The whole point is that you are appealing to a God. Whether you're Muslim, Jewish, Sikh, Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, it doesn't matter. You're appealing to a God, not some kind of, some kind of value system that is not that's never exemplified by the wonderful Democrats. So let's just the real issue is that, hold on one second. So they wanted to. Oh, here we go. The plaintiff in the case wanted to offer their own non-theistic prayers touching on themes such as equality. Oh my God. Unity, hope, tolerance, and justice. These are things that they're going to throw out the window when Clinton 2020 arrives. Don't you love this? Everything. I mean, really, you're going to link this to Clinton? Oh yeah, everything. Because they in 2016, they picked the antithesis of justice equality. Ask the people of Libya if Clinton stands for justice or President Obama stands for justice. Tolerance. Obama deported 3 million human beings. And there were articles orphaned by deportation. So give us more of your non-religious atheistic sermon on tolerance. Oh, natural forces being linked to the laws of physics. Tell us, give us your wisdom and wonderful tidings. Oh, natural, logical, science-based force that protects all plants. And to see that right then and there, how are you going to have even a prayer? The issue is not unity, hope, tolerance, and justice, but because they didn't believe in a higher power, they were turned away. And President Trump is like, yeah, this is a great thing, and I agree with Trump on this. And then you're going to get like the people like, well, you can like totally do a prayer that's non-religious. Yeah. But the whole point of being an atheist is that you don't pray. That's the whole point of being an atheist. An anti-theist, first of all, I love Christopher Hitchens. Okay, he was an anti-theist. He didn't even want the existence of a God. He was uncomfortable with the possible existence of not uncomfortable, but he didn't. If given a choice, he would rather not have a God exist. Okay, if given a choice, he would rather not have. So, what is the point of allowing? If the issue is that you have believers in, see, this is just like a troll. This is just trolling. It's not a lawsuit that has anything to do with rights or dignity. It's trolling. It's people who have a chip on their shoulder, and they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna have your prayer with your God. Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and have my own. I want to pray to Marianne Williamson's Love Goblins. Why not? It's like you don't really want to pray. Like if you were really an atheist, if you're a scientist and an atheist, you're not going to go to bed at night praying, and you're certainly not going to believe that forces of nature are a higher power watching over you or anyone. So, I mean, the issue here is that I don't think that anyone should be banned from an official position because they're atheists or agnostic or they don't believe in a certain religion. Of course not. But President Trump is right on this. We hold that legislative prayer is government speech, not open to attack via those channels. Third Circuit Court of Appeals. Lou, that's why this next election is so important. The soul of America, they want to take religion out of American lives. Thank God for judges like this. Judge Thomas Ambrose, majority opinion. And thank God for a president like Donald J. Trump who will appoint judges like this. He will soon have appointed 180 new federal judges, not even including two great new Supreme Court justices and very likely a third. Thank God President Trump is president. Thank God he's protecting the country from an out-of-control. See, liberals, I don't say all progressives, but some progressives, especially the ones who don't like me, Democrats, media, Hollywood, they're out of control. Their only goal is to attain political power by any means possible. And by any means possible. So when you I view this as a win, a victory for President Trump, and for people who are religious of all faiths, Okay, if you believe in God, this is a victory for you, because the lawsuit, Third U.S. Court of Appeals regarding the Pennsylvania House of Representatives had nothing to do with an atheist being Speaker of the House of Representatives in Pennsylvania. Had nothing to do with an official position. Had nothing to do with, banning somebody from a political post or influencing or affecting the lives of people in Pennsylvania, citizens. It's just like, it's like, oh yeah, well, you have your statue, we want our statue. It's like, oh my God, really? You're going to put a statue of Hillary? We know what the statue is. It's basically Hillary. The majority opinion shows a preference for people who believe in God while sending a message of exclusion. Oh, exclusion! Oh, how they're so wonderful, You know what's so great? They're so inclusive of Trump supporters. Media. Who is it? It was one Hollywood former celebrity who wanted a list of people in Beverly Hills who were setting up a fundraiser for President Trump during the Emmys. It's like, why do you want a list of these people? The person was like, yeah, the public has a right to know. The right to know what? What? It's not like these people have committed a crime. So we're supposed to believe that an anti-theist or an atheist or a humanist, almost certainly who views Trump to be the reincarnation of Genghis Khan and every horrible maniacal person who's ever existed, and we're supposed to believe that they're going to pray for inclusion and peace and logic and reason and science. And let's not get into science. I'm not even going to get into science, because there are a whole bunch of things on the left that are not scientific. Oh, you better not even talk about it. So, yeah. I'm just happy, it's like any victory that President Trump can achieve, when you're talking about Comey and Strzok and McCabe and Clapper and Clinton and Deborah Wasserman Schultz and Bernard Sanders, Bernie is getting exactly what he deserves from all the people who he tried to embrace. He's getting exactly what he deserves. I'll get into that another time. Clinton's running again, just to let you know. Give me your thoughts below. This is really interesting because I had just done a segment on this, or I just done a segment on how evangelicals are going to help propel Trump to victory in 2020 against Clinton. So the media, Hollywood, Democrats, liberals, progressives, free thinkers, generally I would have sided with them in this type of story, but in the world we live in now, it's actually really good for religious people to have their prayers not mocked or denigrated by trolls who just want to. Look, I would side with the atheists in a second, in a heartbeat, if they were banned from actually, from actually being able to have a post or, conduct business as a politician. No, there shouldn't be any preferential treatment. But you're talking about a prayer. If you're agnostic if you're an atheist, you're not going to pray. And then the humanist thing, humanists don't really pray. Well, whatever a humanist. It's interesting. Like humanists, what do you think of Trump supporters? Vile racists should be shunned. Milkshake. Oh, you're a nice humanist. That's fantastic. This would be the prayer if they were allowed to pray. Heavenly earth creatures. No. Asteroids? No. Earthly beings rooted in science and reason, logic, and carbon life forms. Your beauty, created during the Big Bang, shines a light of wisdom upon us, and if we look closely, we could see that Trump is the worst president of all time. And if we just hold hands and enjoy the loving glow of the sun, which through science we can understand why the rays are so warm and wonderful, we can all believe and show why, and realize why Trump must be either impeached because he worked with Russia to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated, while Hillary Clinton had top secret and special access program intelligence outside of the United States government and got away with it, as Clinton always gets away with things. And she's running again, so go Hillary 2020. Yay. Amen. That would be the humanist. It'd be fantastic. Give me your thoughts below. President Trump. Victory for Trump. Victory for. I think it's a victory for anyone. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I really don't believe people who don't pray suddenly want to pray just because they want. Yeah, whatever. I already explained my point. Give me your thoughts below. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel. I took a day or two off, but I'm going to have great segments all throughout this week. Thank you.